Hello, it's me, Prasoon. Welcome back to Money is Blind podcast. This is the show where you will learn how to become wealthy, even if you have vision impairment or even if you are legally blind. Haven't you heard when you were young, you might have heard that you should not run after money, you should not try to earn money because money can be dangerous. Money makes you uh, think in a bad way. Money makes you greedy, so you should not try to accumulate money or wealth because that will make you a bad person. That's what you have been hearing since your childhood from your teachers, from your friends, and primarily from your parents. But I disagree. I completely disagree with this fact. No, it's not a fact. But I disagree with that phrase because I don't think that's how you should be thinking about wealth and money. You should be working to make money, but once you make a bit of money, or once you start getting decent money, then you should make your money to work for you. So, how do you do that? That part is defined by another word which you might have heard. I like to call it entrepreneurship. That's how I understand becoming an entrepreneur. What that means is actually to make whatever money you have or whatever money you think others have and convincing others or putting every money, every wealth that you have earned so far and putting it to work in order to create a business or a product or a service which you think is going to change the world, which you think is going to be the solution for a problem. And in order to get this product or in order to get the solution and in order to get the result, people are going to come and buy it. It could be a product or a service, and that is what entrepreneurship is. So, how do you make your money to work for you? Well, you have to create a business for that. So, this is the topic for today's podcast. Why you should create and build a business, and then you will see how your life changes from that day onwards. If you are starting a business only to make money, then my friend, I have some bad news for you because if that is the only intention why you're making or building a business, you might fail. You should have a clear product or a service, and your primary intention should be to help others. Just like the way I am doing this podcast. This is my this is my third business, and I am doing this podcast in order to help a different audience. Even though I am a doctor, I am not serving persons who are seeking health advice or who are sick. Through this podcast, I am trying to reach persons who have vision impairments, who are legally blind or who are completely blind, just like I am, and I would like to encourage them and tell them my message. And I want them to understand clearly that even if there is some type of physical damage or disability in your body, that need not be a limitation which keeps you stay in your room, which keeps you shut down in your home and not to explore the world. You can do anything that you want these days because technology enables us. modern technology has evolved in such a way that creating a business only takes 1 or 2 hours. So, I will tell you how the idea of Dofuri was born. Uh, Dofuri is a jargon, it's actually a word which has no meaning in it. The concept that I wanted to create was a platform where doctors were willing to spend their time and help patients by sharing the information they have gathered. So, when you think about a typical conventional doctor consultation, you might have noticed that it only takes 1 or 2 minutes for the doctor to identify your problems and then another 1 or 2 minutes to give you medicines or health advice or order some blood tests and all. And they will try to disperse you as fast as they can so that they can see the next patient. But through Dofuri, that's not what I wanted to create. I wanted to create a new kind of relationship between patients and doctors. And for that, doctors need to talk more time with patients. They need to collect all sorts of history, whatever they have learned in their medical school, whatever lessons they have learned that needs to be completed while collecting history from the patient. It includes past history, present history, family history, diet history, obstetric history, habits history. There are so many things that needs to be collected, and that cannot be done and is usually not done in a typical conventional doctor consultation. So in order to spend more time, the doctor should first be willing to spend more time. The doctor should be uh, in the right mood. He should be free. He should be aware that the patient is trying to consult him to get his advice after making a payment. So that is how we try to create this platform online. So I wanted to get the doctors, I wanted to make doctors accessible for everybody. That means doctors for everybody. These are the three words which I took, and the first letter of all these three words, doctors for everybody. Uh, in case of everybody, I took the last three words, and I shrunk it down into a word which is now Dofodi. And when I searched it in GoDaddy, it is the website where I purchase all my domains. The .com domain was available for just like 199 rupees in the first year. So I bought it by paying just I think it was 2000 or 2200 rupees. I booked the domain. I purchased the domain dofuri.com and I got an address. 3 or 4 days back, I bought another domain for my podcast, for this show. I was trying to find the perfect name for this podcast, and again I logged into GoDaddy and I had searched many domains. I searched for blind vision, blind success, vision possible. There are so many words which I tried to come up for naming this show, but suddenly there was a spark of an idea, and somehow I thought there should be the word money and blindness in it. So I just tried to connect it, and that's how I purchased moneyisblind.com. So the domain is now under my custody. It is now parked in my GoDaddy account. I just need to create a website in it. I haven't decided which server or hosting service to use. I might go with a WordPress. Just like beingthedoctor.com, it was my first ever business. It is a blog. You can go there and read all my experiences of becoming a doctor and how I worked as a government doctor in a village in Kerala. You can read all my experiences. I share so many health tips, and I talk a lot about diseases. I even do it today. I even try to blog whenever I get time. Nowadays, I try to do one or two blogs every month, but it is still there. Being the doctor.com, that's the reason why I decided to purchase this MacBook Pro, in which I am recording the podcast right now after 8 years. So, the whole point is that building a business is as easy as purchasing a domain and then hosting your website. It could be just a static website with just 2 or 3 pages: your about page, your contact address, your contact form, your terms and conditions, and some privacy policies, and that's it. You might need a newsletter. You can go for Mautic, which is an open source email marketing software. It is an amazing software. I used MailChimp, but when my limit was over, when the number of contacts grew beyond 2000, I had to switch from MailChimp to Sendinblue. Now I use Sendinblue. For my Dofuri blog, I still use MailChimp. Yes, there are so many email providers. You might need another page in your website for collecting emails, and that's all. That's it. That's all that you need to create a business. You can do it with just a good internet connection, a laptop. It could be a Windows laptop, or it could be the old laptop which is sitting in your shelf waiting for you to turn it on. You can use any gadget. It could be even your smartphone. It could be your iPhone or Android phone. Just try to create a business. What is it that you have been praised at? What is the thing? What is the niche that you are considered as an expert? Have you ever been praised for explaining certain things? Have you ever found it easy to do certain tasks which your friends and family members find difficult to do, or which they take a longer time to do, but you find that task easy and simple to do? What is the task or the stuff which others are willing to pay you money? What is the skill which you think can be brought online and that can be converted into an online business? You have to sit and think about this. What is the one thing? What is the one thing that you have been born? What is the one thing that you have been trying to do? Perhaps there is an idea in your mind, but you have been waiting for the right moment to take action on. Perhaps you have been waiting to listen. Perhaps you have been waiting to get permission from others to start your business. If you are waiting for my permission, I grant you my permission. If you think that you are not an expert, I just need to tell you one thing, my friend. You don't have to be an expert. You just don't need to be an expert. In the book Expert Secrets, I am a huge fan of Russell Brunson. He quotes about the movie Catch Me If You Can. In that movie, Leonardo DiCaprio plays a con man, and he becomes a pilot, a doctor, a physician, a lawyer. And when the FBI catches him in the end of the movie, and when they ask him, how did you manage to be a professor at a college or a university, he simply answers like, I just had to be one chapter ahead of the students. So that is how he managed to teach students for 6 months. By the way, this movie is based on an actual true life incident. It's an interesting movie, and I have seen that movie. It's a good one if you haven't seen it, or if you haven't heard it. I think audio descriptions are available for that movie also. Go see it. It's a good movie. I seen it when I was in college. At that time, I had good vision and I have some good memories about that movie. And I still uh, remember the uh, theme music of that movie. Yeah, it's a good one. When I talk in this podcast, I deviate a lot from my original point of view. So, yeah, my point is that you don't have to be an expert. Thanks to Russell Brunson, and you just need to act like a reporter, or uh, you just need to be the bridge between the audience that you are trying to help and the end result, the result which they are trying to achieve. You just have to be the bridge between them and their result. That means your audience and the result they want. And that's it. If you find out the right niche, the right bridge, if you build the right bridge, if you build the right business, if your idea is right, then my friend, you are going to be successful, you are going to be popular, you are going to be wealthier than all your friends, than any other member in your family. And they will come and ask you how you build such a wealthier business, how you became wealthier, even after being a person with vision disability. So you can be an inspiration. I want you guys to be an inspiration for other persons. You have to realize there are so many persons who are living with disabilities. I'm not just talking about blindness. There are deaf and dumb persons. There are persons who doesn't have upper limbs and lower limbs. Though there are persons with many kinds of disabilities in this world, and if you can be an inspiration to at least one of them, then that will be a great thing. Just think about it. The by through this podcast, I am trying to achieve that, and the only way I have been trying to reach my goals, my dreams, is by building businesses. Because when I build all the businesses that I have started and all the businesses that I have founded, all of them are online businesses and they are all running now. Do4D, being the doctor, and now this podcast, everything is going running now. And I know for sure that one day this is going to be successful, because uh, COVID pandemic has taught us some great lessons. The world is going in a different direction. The world has changed. It has changed from the era of industrial revolution to the era of education revolution. What you need to do is to educate others about how to achieve the result that they want. Every person has a desire. They are dreaming about a result. And if you can help them even a little bit to get closer to the result that they want in their life, you, my friend, you are going to be successful. So that's the message that I wanted to share through this podcast. Build an online business, and you can do it easily with many tools that I am going to share in the rest of the episodes of this podcast. This is the 4th episode that I am recording live right in my study room, and I'm finding it every day. I think when I wake up in the morning, I think about the topic that I am going to share in the day's podcast. But when I press on the record button, a topic comes into my mind automatically. And this has never happened to me in my 3.5 years of content production. If you have watched any of my YouTube videos, you will find that my channel has gone beyond 250,000 subscribers, and it has an accumulated uh, it has accumulated more than 10 million views. So just think about it. Uh, Through that channel, I just try to be the bridge between persons who are health conscious and the right information. I just try to be the doctor who knows the stuff, who knows how to explain stuff, like the way you explain things to a 5-year-old. That's the way I explain health related topics: diabetes, high blood pressure, heart diseases, everything through my videos in that YouTube channel. If you want to have a look at that channel, you can just type in Dr. Prasoon in YouTube and you will find me. Alright, so now it's getting late. This podcast is also getting a bit lengthier. So we'll wind up for the day here. When I was having my shower, I thought about another outro for this podcast. In the last three episodes, the outro that I used to share was take care, stay healthy, and thank you so much for listening. But that actually works for a health niche and not for you guys. So I'm going to change it. Now the new outro is going to be like, guys, you just have to dream big. There is always a solution. There is always a way to attain your dreams. And for that, you just have to believe in yourself. Build an online business. You will see the changes that creating that business brings into your life. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget my name. It is Prasoon, and the show's name. Do follow the podcast, and always remember, money is blind. Bye bye.